Welcome back to another video for you guys here on Madden 20. Today it is going to be a rebuild of the Oakland Raiders. Before I get into the video though, as always, if you guys are looking forward to Madden 20 rebuilds and Madden 20 connected franchise content in general, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. I'd love it if you came back and stuck around for me with me throughout the season. Also, if you would like to follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, or check out my second channel, the links to those are down below. And one more thing before I get into this video. So every 1,000 subscribers, I like to do a question and answer video, and I sort of forgot to do one for 5,000 considering it came by so quickly. I gained a lot of subs since Madden 20 came out, and I'm very appreciative of that, but I'd like to still do a Q&A. So if you guys would like to ask me some questions and potentially be in a future video, comment down below on this video, or you can tweet at me. Either way, it works. If I don't include the question in the video, I will just go down and answer them. I would respond to all the comments. I'll respond to the tweets if I get a lot. And because I probably won't be able to, have them all in one video. So your question will get answered at some point, potentially in a video. But if not, I'll just respond with my answer. I kind of try to keep that short and sweet. I didn't really want to prolong that too long because I don't want you guys all leaving. But here's the team. Derek Carr is the starting quarterback here for the Oakland Raiders. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about Derek Carr right now. He's an 80 overall, 28 years old. I'm not sure how he plays in the game. If he has a really solid year for us this season, then maybe I'll keep him for a few more years after that. Honestly, I have no idea right now. I don't think I'm going to trade him this first season, but he may not be on the team for very much longer. Josh Jacobs is going to be the starting running back. He was just drafted this past year. And the end of the first round out of Alabama, was solid in college. I think he should do pretty well for us here. Hopefully he plays well for the Raiders in real life. I think it would be nice if they can get a solid running game again. Maybe he'd be a random fantasy sleeper. Who knows? I'm not even sure who the number one running back is right now. Honestly, they have a lot of different running backs here. Most of these guys are probably going to be traded. Antonio Brown, causing some issues off the field right now, but in the game he should be fine. He's a 98 overall, a top 3 receiver in the NFL for sure. Tyrell Williams wasn't bad on the Chargers. He was a decent deep threat option, I guess. Is that a scheme fit? It is. Deep threat, 83 overall. So, he's not too bad in the game. Ryan Grant, J.J. Nelson, Hunter Renfrow, Dwayne Harris down here as well. Isn't Dwayne Harris kind of like a special teams dude? What's his kick return? 88 definitely seems like one to me. This offensive line isn't too bad, but Colton Miller's not the best left tackle. I don't really think I want him on the team very much longer. I'm going to probably try to trade him. Richie Incognito, I will likely trade as well. Rodney Hudson is very good. I just got him in my last rebuild, so I sort of apologize for that, but he should be here at center for the rest of the time. Gabe Jackson isn't bad. He's a 77. I'm not sure what I want to do with him, though. He's 28 years old. I think his contract's rather big. I may try to get rid of him. Trent Brown will likely be on the team, though, the rest of this time. He's 26. Star dev. Fine for me. Tight end situation isn't too good. I think this guy is a rookie, though, Foster Moreau out of LSU, so maybe he can get some playing time if I don't trade for a rookie. Not a rookie, if I don't trade for a tight end, but I'm pretty sure tight ends are, really easy to trade for in this game. Now, defensively here, they drafted Clelin Ferrell with their first-round draft pick out of Clemson, 74 overall. Should be a pretty good edge rusher for us here. Maurice Hurst, Jonathan Hankins, the defensive tackles, and Benson Mayowa is the left end. I do not want that to stay. Maybe Arden Key could potentially slide up and start if I can't trade for one, because he's still pretty young out of LSU, only 1 year of experience, so maybe he can get some playing time. I'm not exactly sure yet. Gary and Conley, Nevin Lawson, Trayvon Mullen is the number 3 corner here. He's a rookie out of Clemson. Seems like they're stocking up on some Clemson players here. I think I'm going to have him play either the slot or the number 2 or something. Let's just see what he can do on this team. I think I might actually move LaMarcus Joyner down to cornerback the more I think about it, because I want Carl Joseph obviously starting at strong safety, but then I want Jonathan Abram to start somewhere, because he's a rookie. He's a 69 overall. I feel like it's worth it to have him play somewhere. And LaMarcus Joyner can certainly play nickel corner if I need him to. He's an 85 overall. I don't really want to trade him because he is very good. He has good zone coverage, good man coverage. He can certainly play cornerback. So I think I might try to do that and then have LaMarcus Joyner, Gary Conley, and Trayvon Mullen as the 3 cornerbacks. I think that's a pretty good idea. Vontez Burfict will likely be off the team here in a little while because, what is he, 29? He's 28 years old. He's a 76 overall. Definitely don't want him anymore. Brandon Marshall is 29. He used to be really good. I'm guessing he's still not bad, but 75 overall isn't the best in the game. Have Jason Kabinda play, did I say Jasa? I meant to say Jason Kabinda out of Penn State. No, but I don't know if I'm going to have Brandon Marshall, stay on the team this year. I may end up trading him. Tahir Whitehead also could potentially be traded. I don't think anybody in this linebacker core is safe. Markel Lee is still pretty young, isn't he? 23. He can probably play somewhere if I need him to. But that is the team. They changed it a lot from last year. They're not horrible. They're a 72 overall, not a great overall. I can definitely make this team a lot better, though, by trading a lot of these older pieces away. Hopefully, stockpiling some draft picks, getting some new players. But let me just, reiterate this again. Actually, I don't think I mentioned it yet, but this is not realistic. Let me say that one more time, for the people in the back row. This is not realistic. Very, very much a fantasy-style rebuild. I can trade away anybody I want on this team. I don't care if it's realistic or not. That's not the point. Ooh, Derek Carr is a massive cap hit. I still feel like I should keep him for a year. Okay, anyway, I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to get into these trades. Gabe Jackson, Colton Miller, and Isaiah Crowell will start off this rebuild by going to the Buccaneers for their first rounder. I love trading with the Dolphins. I'm giving them Nevin Lawson, Denzel Good, and Jalen Richard for their first rounder. You gotta love the trade logic in this game, man. Luke Wilson, Doug Martin, and Kyle Wilbur will get me Zach Martin. This trade is going to be Tahir Whitehead, Vontez Burfict, and Justin Ellis for Will Hernandez and the Giants' first-round draft pick next year. This isn't the most extravagant trade of all time, but I definitely think it's going to help out the team. Ryan Grant and Richie Incognito are going to the Titans for Jayon Brown. Okay, this is going to be the team for this first season. It is pretty bad, but I'm okay with it. We have a lot of draft picks to work with. I think we can build up that way. That's usually what I like doing, so perfectly fine with how the team looks. On offense, though, we definitely improved the offensive line. Will Hernandez, Zach Martin both join. Zach Martin's one of the best players in this entire game, and he's, for some reason, very easy to trade for. We still need a left tackle. Definitely on my radar. I do not want Parker starting this entire time. Hunter Renfrow will take reps at the number 3 wide receiver for us this year. Why not? Let's see what he can do. We also have, was your name Foster Moreau? Right, let me just make sure. It is Foster Moreau. You're going to be starting at tight end. Maybe we can draft a tight end or sign a free agent. I'm not exactly sure just yet, but for this first season, Moreau will be the starter. At strong safety, we're going to have Jonathan Abrams start. Carl Joseph slid over to free safety. Doesn't make all that much sense, but he has better zone coverage than Abram. So I figured he fits better at free safety. I didn't really want Abram over there with, he's 60-something zone coverage. Let me just see. 67 zone coverage, so I want him just being on, that strong side there. And then the cornerbacks, we have LaMarcus Joyner, Garyon Conley, Trayvon Mullen. Defensive line is going to be Arden Key, Maurice Hurst, Jonathan Hankins, Cleveland Ferrell. And the Markel Lee, Brandon Marshall, Jayon Brown are the linebackers. I think we got a little bit better, even though the overall went down. I think our potential at least went up a little bit. We definitely have a lot of draft picks to work with. I'm excited for this upcoming draft. Hopefully it's a good draft class. And I will see you at the mid-season mark. Alright, here we are at the mid-season with a 1-6 record. I'm fully okay with this. I wanted to do badly this year, just so we have as many good draft picks as possible. We are currently in last place. The Broncos and Chiefs both 4-4. The Chargers at 3-5. Are the Broncos not doing that badly? Do they have Anthony Schrambush on their team? Who knows? Offensively, though, these experience points, probably not too many to go around. Josh Jacobs isn't actually at 500 snaps. How many, what? 323. Let me put him in at both running back, I guess? Just so he plays as much as possible. Is our offense really that bad that he's not playing that much? The offensive line, you got 2 players with experience points. Hunter Renfrow also has 2. Defensively, we have 2 for Cleveland Ferrell, who is, a star developing player. That's fine. Trayvon Mullen has 1 down there as well. Let's check out who we have to bring back to the team. Ronnie Hudson, of course, headlines this free agency class. Carl Joseph, I would like. Brandon Marshall, I don't think I'm going to negotiate with. He's 29 years old. I can easily replace him, I think. DeAndre Washington, I don't really want either. Daryl Worley, I don't want. Okay, so I don't think I want anybody down there, but I do want Rodney Hudson and Carl Joseph. Let me get both of those guys back. Alright, as of now, we just got Carl Joseph back. Rodney Hudson declined, but I will get him back shortly. Alright, so we didn't make the playoffs this year. That's fine. Perfectly alright with me. We went 4-12. Actually, perfect. I would have actually preferred to go 1-15, but it's alright. 0-16 would have been even better. But the Chiefs 10-6, Chargers 9-7, Broncos 6-10. Hopefully we have, a top 3 draft pick. I'm sure we will. Derek Carr threw for over 4,000 yards, but had 23 touchdowns, 13 picks. Not really that good of a season, but there really aren't any good quarterbacks in this draft class, so I may have to use him again. Josh Jacobs was not very good, but he's also just not a good overall, and usually that's kind of how it goes in Madden. If you're like a 82 or below overall running back, even sometimes the higher 80s suck for some reason. You just don't play well. I don't know why. But 873 yards, 4 touchdowns. Maybe he can turn it around next year. Antonio Brown was solid. Had over 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Hunter Renfrow, 891 yards, 5 touchdowns. Tyrell Williams, 835 yards, 2 touchdowns. The offensive line also sucked, so that probably kind of helped, have Josh Jacobs have a horrible season. But, I mean, it wasn't bad. Okay, so the offensive line wasn't entirely horrible. Brandon Parker was really bad, but didn't really expect him to play well. The rest of the offensive line all have very good ratings, so I expect them to play better next year. Hopefully we can get a different left tackle. Brandon Marshall led the team in tackles. Jayon Brown right behind him, though, at 103. 18 tackles for loss for Maurice Hurst. That was a good season. 15 from Clelin Ferrell. Not a bad rookie year for him either. Not too much pressure. 6.5 sacks from Maurice Hurst. Actually leads the team. 2 interceptions from Joyner. 1 from Trayvon Mullen, Garyon Conley, and Nicholas Morrow. Defensive touchdowns, we have none. Safeties, we have 2. Jonathan Hankins, Arden Key. Blocked kicks, we don't have any. And somebody told me to look at forced fumbles. So we have 2 for LaMarcus Joyner and Carl Joseph. 1 for Maurice Hurst and Jayon Brown. All of those were recovered. Interesting. Okay. Well, 22nd on offense. Defense was probably about last. 19th. Better than I actually thought it was going to be. Ezekiel Elliott, though, wins MVP. Nobody from the Raiders, of course. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Phillip Rivers. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett is going to win that one. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Josh Jacobs. Okay, hopefully he gets a good number of experience points here. Hunter Renfrow is at number 3. Foster Moreau at number 5. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Levi Wallace. Dude, he's not a rookie. I'm not tripping, right? Like, he was certainly in the league last year. Whatever. Trayvon Mullen at number 3. Jonathan Abram at number 5. I've noticed that a few times with these divisions. They mess up on who's actually a rookie. Clelin Ferrell at number 9. I'm pretty sure that happened in my last rebuild with the Saints. I think they thought Traquan Smith was a rookie or something. But let's check out these experience points. Josh Jacobs have like 5, maybe. He has 3. I don't know if I can keep him on the team, man. I really don't think I can. He's just not going to play well. He's going to go up to a 77 overall. And Kareem Hunt's usually in this free agency period. I feel like I have to go after Kareem Hunt. I feel like Raiders fans are going to hate that. But if you have any experience doing simulation, doing rebuilds, you should know that if you have a running back who's like an 80 overall or below, they just never play well. And that usually holds back like your entire team. I noticed that affects a lot of the rest of the team. But Clelin Ferrell, Maurice Hurst each have 3 experience points. I will take those. And now we can go into the Super Bowl. Let's see who's in it. The Super Bowl this year is between the Rams and the Jaguars. So let's simulate by. Super Bowl 54 is going to the Rams. 21-20. I forgot to bring back Rodney Hudson, but we should be able to get him back relatively easily. Let's see. He likes the bonus and the duration, just not the salary. 6.5 a year. Okay, he's coming back to the team. Brandon Marshall, DeAndre Washington, Darrell Worley, all will not be. Let's advance here into free agency. I think, like I mentioned earlier, the number 1 player I want is Kareem Hunt. So we have $37.08 million. I think it's worth it to bring him in. Kareem Hunt is the top free agent, as usual. Eric Ebron is also here. I could use a tight end. Austin Hooper, though, is here as well. I don't know who I'd rather have, to be honest. Miles Jack could help out this team a lot. So that could be interesting. I don't really need Joe Tooney right now. Could use another wide receiver. Antonio Brown's going down in overall quite a bit, to be honest. Cornerback I'm actually alright with. Alright, so let me just go after a few of these players. Devondre Campbell gets upgraded to superstar. That seems to happen a lot. Alright, but let's bring a few of these guys in here. I went after a few different players here, so let's check out who accepted. Kareem Hunt accepted. That's awesome. Jatavis Brown did not, and I also did not hear back yet from the tight end. I went after Tyler Higbee instead of Eric Ebron or Austin Hooper, just because he wasn't getting any offers, and I kind of figured maybe I could try to draft one in one of these future drafts, but now Tyler Higbee is getting a ton of money. That's actually not that big of a deal, because Ricky Seals-Jones usually goes into free agency, so I'm actually just going to give him like no money, and maybe since he has a contract, he'll come over, but if not, I can always just snag him in free agency for this next year, or I could just trade for one, honestly. It's not that big of a deal. So let's do that. Also, I was considering going after a cornerback, just because LaMarcus Joyner is down to an 83 overall, but I really don't have all that much money to go after a cornerback because those top guys want so much money, which is, understandable. But maybe we can snag one in the draft here. That would be nice. We are hopping into this draft here. I have the number 1 overall pick, and I think then like the number 5 and number 12 maybe, something like that. Let me see what the trade away options are looking like. So the Ravens are offering the 4th, and then a 1st and a 2nd next year. The Lions are offering the 6th, and then a 1st next year and a 2nd this year. Okay. Enticing. Very enticing. I want to show you who I would like to take with this pick. There are actually 2 different players who I think are going to be very good. So Zack Clayton looks really nice. I think he's like the top player in the class, or at least top 5 in this class. And then Ruben Eccles also looks really, really nice. If I drafted Eccles, I'd probably move him down to defensive end and see how many sacks he could rack up down there. Forrest Byram also looks pretty good here, but I definitely think that Clayton's going to be a little bit better. Also, this dude who skipped the combine here, Chuck Best. All right, well, I think I'm still going to trade away this draft pick. Let me see. So the Bills have the number 2 pick. Who do I think the Bills are going to go with? This is actually very important. So they need a right outside linebacker, defensive tackle, right tackle, quarterback, right guard. What was that one guy's position? That Clayton? Was that his name? Make your selection. Okay, let me see what his position was. Was it right outside linebacker? It was. See, the reason I don't want to take this pick right now is because it's like really expensive to keep the number 1 overall pick. But I feel like they would go with him. Oh, this is a really tough decision. I don't want to miss out on this guy, but I also don't really want to take him right now. I might just do it. Just say screw it. They also need a defensive tackle. Who's the right outside linebacker? Oh, they really need a right outside linebacker. I'm going to go with this guy then. I think the Bills would take him. I swear this happened last time too. I had the first pick and couldn't trade it away. Well, whatever. We're never going to know who the Bills would have went with, but Zack Clayton, welcome to the team here. 73 overall, but has hidden dev trait. And you guys told me to start looking at the dev traits, and I think that's star. That is not good. That guy sucks. It definitely would have been worth it for me to trade that pick away, considering there's a 77 overall right there as well. Alright, so now I could use a corner. Did all the cornerbacks go? No chance, right? Okay, good. I can use a cornerback. Bryson Reeves looks good, but I think actually Tyler Hillhouse might be a little better. His combine grade looks nicer. His stats look a little bit worse, but honestly not by that much. Okay, so let me just check out who else is here. I could go with Forrest Byram in case he's anything special. I don't think he's going to be that good. Defensive ends. Well, okay. I think he's going to be good, but I don't think he's going to be that much better than the dude we already drafted. Who's on my draft board? Let me just sift through this quickly. I think I can wait on Tyler Hillhouse down there. I think he's the corner I want. So now it's between Mark Hicks with his wide receiver who I couldn't fully scout. This dude won the Heisman, though. His stats look really wonky, but that usually happens when they win the Heisman. So Jose White could definitely be something interesting. When is he supposed to go? Mid-first rounder, I could potentially take him at 12 if he's still there, but honestly, I'd rather have, I think, Tyler Hillhouse at 12. There's a really good draft story about Mark Hicks. The only issue is that he's a power center, but he only has 26 reps. And there's actually a right tackle who looks really nice later. Zack Daniels, this guy looks really, really good. I think I'd rather have him on the team, to be honest here. Could go with a strong safety with this pick, or I could trade it away. I think trading it away could actually be a really solid option. Let's just see what I'm being offered. So first rounder next year, another first next year. Okay, so the trading away doesn't actually really seem like it's going to be anything good. So I think what I'm going to do here then is just take that wide receiver and then take the cornerback with my next draft pick. Because this corner should still be here. This guy down here, Tyler Hillhouse, supposed to be late first round. Next pick's at number 12, so he should totally still be available. I'm going to go with this wide receiver, Jose White. 75 overall, hidden dev trade, of course, but it's going to be, is that Superstar X Factor? Dude, how do I keep getting Superstar X Factors, man? I honestly, I have no idea. I genuinely cannot tell you. If you guys think I'm cheating in any of these, I will send you the entire uncut footage if you really want to sift through it, man, but I can promise you I'm not cheating. Actually, if you think I'm cheating, I just... You can stop watching my stuff, I guess. I'm not. I mean, I would never really cheat in these. But let's check out if this corner is still here. He is. Tyler Hillhouse. I think he's going to be really good. And then the next pick, we have a decent decision to make between Zack Daniels and Marcus Briggs. But for now, Tyler Hillhouse. 76 overall. Hidden dev trait. What do you have? Is that star? I think that's star again. Ooh, really bad man coverage, but pretty good zone. Good speed, good acceleration, good agility. I'll take you. I think you're an upgrade over Mullen. Now at the 25th pick, We can either go strong safety or we can go offensive lineman, and I really think offensive lineman is more of a need. So then it's between Jarius McLeod, who's really fast but not all that strong, or Zack Daniels. I think Zack Daniels is going to be one of the best players in this entire class, so I think based on that, I'm going to take him. Definitely think he's worth it. Shaq Smith also looks good. We did not get a defensive end. I may have to trade up into the second round to try to take Smith, but for now, we're going to go Zack Daniels. 77 overall. He is the first ranked player in the class. So this draft class wasn't too strong. But this guy is still something else, man. I feel like this happens all the time. There's usually like a late round tackle with normal development, but has, you know, like a high 70s overall. So I'm perfectly fine with that guy on the team. And now I'm going to try to trade up probably at some point in the second round. Who picked first? We picked first. And then the Bills. Okay, so let's go. Just go with the Bills second round draft pick. Let's try to get this one. All right, I gave the Bills PJ Hall and one of my third round draft picks for the 34th overall pick. And hopefully with this pick, we can take this defensive end. This guy actually looks pretty decent. That was him. He's a 72. Alrighty then. That sucks. Now we have another second round draft pick, though. Actually, we have a second round draft pick. We didn't have one before. And this safety is here, so I guess I'll take him. Marcus Briggs. 73 overall, normal dev. Not a bad draft pick. Supposed to go in the first round, but I don't really think he's going to play. He also only has eye black on one eye. Is that a thing? That just looks weird. I don't know, but he's a 73. He actually might be the highest rated strong safety on the team. Honestly, I'm not even too sure who's left in this draft. I know I have a tight end on my draft board, but I doubt he's going to be anything. We might as well just go with him, right? Honestly, I don't really want him. I don't think he's going to be that good. I think I'd rather have this defensive tackle. Quincy Wiggins. Welcome to the team. 71 overall, but a hidden dev trait. And it's star, I believe. Alright, well, I'll take it. Alright, in the beginning of the fourth round here, of course we have another pick, but is there anybody else who I even want? Alright, so there's a left tackle and there's a quarterback. We're going with this quarterback. He's going to be god-awful, but if he randomly has, like, superstar, I'll start him. Absolutely no chance he does, though. He's going to be a 61 with normal. Okay, I didn't think it was going to be any good. So we're going to keep Derek Carr, I guess, for another season. I think we drafted, you know, pretty well, all things considered. We had a ton of first-round draft picks, and I can never, like, start the drafts off well. I feel like I usually draft better in the middle of the first round. But we got Zack Clayton at right outside linebacker. Maybe he can win Defensive Rookie of the Year and become very good, but I don't think he's going to progress all that well. That's why I didn't want to draft him, because his contract signing bonus is $20 million. Whatever. We got Tyler Hillhouse. We got Jose White, Zack Daniels, Marcus Briggs, all potential starters. Defensive tackle in the third round, who's not too bad. And then 350 overalls selected by the computer. So I'm pretty sure we got the number one player in the class. I think we already said this. So Jason Lennon, Jalen Harrison, Chuck Best, and Zack Daniels are all tied at a 77. It said Daniels was ranked 0th, so I don't know if he's actually better than all these guys. I doubt it, because they probably have hidden devs. Yeah. So Jason Lennon looks really good. Jalen Harrison's a left end. 82 speed, 85 strength. I remember looking at this guy. I kind of wanted him. Chuck Best, another defensive tackle who skipped the combine, actually. Very strong. My lord, 94 strength for him. Ruben Eccles is a dude I wanted really badly. He's a 76. He could have totally slid down to defensive end. I think he could have done that fine. Where is that other outside linebacker? So, Forrest Byram was just a little bit better than Clayton overall-wise, but his dev is hidden, so it could be a lot better. I don't think we really missed out all that much, to be honest, but still, I would have loved to have one of those top guys there. Also, let me just check out this left end. I almost took this guy. I was trying to take this guy. He only has normal dev, so I don't really think I missed out all that much. The team here heading into this second season is a 78 overall, but a very nice offense, followed by a pretty horrible defense. Let me actually do this really quickly. I need to sign a backup guard because my current backup right guard is actually my tight end. So just give me TJ Clemmings, I guess. I don't really care. We just sign you just to get some better depth on this team, I guess. But let's go over the roster quickly. I think we actually improved quite a bit from last year. We're now 78 overall. We're, I think, Last year was a 71 or something like that. You know, Josh Jacobs actually went up to an 80. He got a couple more experience points after the Super Bowl week, but I'm still happy I went after Kareem Hunt. If you guys have any experience at all doing rebuilds, you should know that Josh Jacobs would likely not play well. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm entirely wrong. You can let me know in the comments if you don't think that was a correct decision to make. But I can almost guarantee you that Kareem Hunt will play so much better than Josh Jacobs and will probably help the entire team out, to be honest. But I'm pretty certain this dude has Superstar X Factor. If I, interpreted his animation correctly, I think that's what it was alluding to. And then the offensive line is almost all the same, aside from Daniels now starting at right tackle, Trent Brown starting at left tackle, Ricky Seals-Jones is the starting tight end. And then defensively, it's really not that good on this side of the ball, but hopefully we can, draft well and sign better free agents and stuff like that this upcoming year. I was trying to trade for a different right end because Arden Key is only a 72, but I don't have too much trade value on this team, so I couldn't really get anything to go through. But here's a look at specialist as well. Maybe we can have Josh Jacobs play like power halfback or something. No, I actually want Kareem Hunt to be... Actually, yeah, I'll do that. Let's have Josh Jacobs play power halfback. Maybe he can, mooch a couple more touchdowns or something. But here's the team. I think it's actually in a pretty decent spot. Also, Clayton sucks at sub linebacker, but hopefully it gives him enough play time to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know. I'm going to simulate now. I will see you at the midseason. Alright, so let's check out the record here at Week 9. We are 6-2. Okay, playing much better than we were last year. Already have more wins than we did all of last season. 4-4, though, from the Chiefs. We are in first place, tied with the Chargers. The Broncos are 2-5. Let's check out these experience points and these devs. I'm pretty sure I know all of them, but just in case I don't, this guy actually does not have his dev revealed yet. But the fact that it's Superstar X Factor really makes me want to start him over Tyrell Williams. I think that's just so much smarter to do. I don't know, maybe I'm stupid. Zack Daniels. Wait, Zach, is that your name? I just kind of said that. It is Zack Daniels. Okay, you're starting at right tackle. 1 experience point for him. Will Hernandez, left guard, 1 experience point. I don't know why I kept saying their position. Whatever. Clayton has star dev. He also has 3 experience points. Hillhouse also has star dev. 2 experience points for him. Not too bad. Let's check out who we have to bring back to the team. Actually, not that many people. Garyon Conley is the top free agent. I want him back, but he's only an 80, so shouldn't have to spend too much money this year. Jayon Brown, I would like back. Markel Lee, I think I'd like back. And honestly, that is it. I actually just decided to bring back Jayon Brown and Garyon Conley. Honestly, Markel Lee wants a little bit more than I'm willing to pay him. So I'm just going to try to sign somebody else in free agency or something after this season. Okay, let's check it out. Did we make the playoffs this year? We did, and we got a first-round bye. 10-6 for the team. 10-6 also for the Chiefs. They actually played well the second half of the year. Chargers fell off. I think they were, 6-2 with us at the midseason. They're 8-8 now. And the Broncos are 4-12. All right, Derek Carr. Pretty good season. Not too many yards. Actually, all right, this is a weird season, right? So good number of touchdowns. Not horrible, yard number. Not a horrible yard number, I mean. But a lot of interceptions. I don't want him on the team anymore, man. I just need to find a better quarterback or something. I'll figure something out. But Kareem Hunt was very good. 1,374 yards, 7 touchdowns. I knew he would help the team out a lot. Antonio Brown, almost 1,000 yards with 8 touchdowns. Jose White, 695 yards, 8 touchdowns. Ricky Seals-Jones, 678, 5 touchdowns. Tyrell Williams, 666 with 5 touchdowns. Okay. Sacks allowed. Not too bad from the offensive line. I'll take it. Trent Brown letting up 10. That's pretty standard, honestly, for tackles in this game. 120 total tackles there from Zack Clayton. Isn't too bad. 14 tackles for loss for Cleveland Ferrell. 12 for Maurice Hurst. Any pressure? Not really. Maurice Hurst leads the team in sacks again with 5.5. 5 interceptions, though, for Garyon Conley. Okay. 3 for Tyler Hillhouse. 2 for Jayon Brown and LaMarcus Joyner. 1 from Carl Joseph. And my dog is freaking out. Okay. Well, let's check out defensive touchdowns here. We have 2. Garyon Conley, LaMarcus Joyner. Each got 1. Safeties, none. Blocked kicks, 1. Myron Borden, whoever that is. Forced fumbles, we have 2 for LaMarcus Joyner. 1 for Garyon Conley and Jonathan Abram. And fumble recoveries, LaMarcus Joyner and Jonathan Abram each got 1. So 7th. We got a lot better on offense this year. And defense, we also got a lot better. 11th in that department. MVP was Baker Mayfield. Nobody from the Raiders. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Baker Mayfield. Nobody from the Raiders. Defensive Player of the Year, C.J. Mosley. Nobody from the Raiders. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Stuart Murphy. Beats out Jose White, just barely probably. Anybody else from our team? No. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Zack Clayton, followed by Tyler Hillhouse and Marcus Briggs. All right. Quincy Wiggins, also at number 8. My dog He's still barking outside. I think probably at another dog. That's fun. Let's check out these experience points. I really hope she's not that loud. I apologize very much so. So he was a superstar X Factor. I was correct. He has 5 experience points. Okay. That's pretty awesome. 2 for Daniels, 2 for Hernandez. This also goes up more after the Super Bowl week. I feel like I should stop going over it here then and just go over it after the Super Bowl week. I don't know. But Clayton actually has 5. I feel like he could develop pretty well for us. Hillhouse has 4. Okay. So the rookies we drafted are going to develop, I think, really well for us. I just noticed that last upgrade package, he got +2 to speed. I've actually never seen that before. That is absurd. What is his speed now? 91. Oh my god. Okay, that was awesome. Okay, so after that little upgrade session, the team is at an 80 overall. I really need the defense to catch up to the offense here. The offense is running away. I think it's a 93. The defense is like a 75 or something. But, you know, White on the offense. Jose White went up to an 80 overall. It's so cool that he's another superstar X Factor. I don't know how I keep getting so lucky with him, man. It's like ridiculous. I swear, I had already talked about this. I'm not cheating. I'm not changing their ratings. I feel like, would you be able to see it here? I don't know if you even can. Progression history. That was just all the upgrade points I used. I don't know if you'd even be able to see it if I did change the ratings. I honestly have no idea. I have no way of proving that I didn't cheat. I don't want to just, you know, have this video be 2 hours long and show you like the entire draft class. I don't know. But yeah, that's the last thing I'm going to say on the fact, I think. And then defensively, who went up the most? I mean, this guy's a 73, not too bad. Hillhouse is a 78. Clayton's a 75. You know, a couple of these guys playing quite well. So let's see who we have to take on. Really surprised we get a first round bye this early in the rebuild, to be honest. We have to take on the Chiefs, a divisional rival. They're an 81. We are obviously an 80. Come on, let me get a playoff win. It'd be awesome if I can get a Super Bowl, but I don't really expect a Super Bowl this year. We are at least going to win a playoff game, though, 33-30. Now we have to go up against the Browns, who are an 82 and are probably like the best team in this game. They're so good in this game for some reason. Let's go to the Super Bowl. I mean, they have a great roster, I understand, but it's ridiculous how well they play. And we're actually in the Super Bowl. All right, let me just... That maybe seemed kind of fishy since I said I want to win a Super Bowl and I just made it straight to the Super Bowl. So let me show you guys that I didn't cheat at all in the preseason there. We beat the Browns 17-7. And also, for those of you who care, here's the regular season. I don't cheat. I don't care enough to. So let's hop into this game against the Falcons. What's their overall all about? I feel like they're lower than us. They're actually an 80. We are the same. Let's head into the game. Hopefully we can get some success in the game and come away with a win. This is shaping up to be a pretty high-scoring Super Bowl. It's 31-17. Let's see if we can hold this lead. Score again. 38-17. I think we're actually going to win this Super Bowl. My God, how did we win? I kind of said that, you know, not seriously before when I said I'd like to win a Super Bowl this year. But all right, we're gonna, you know, come away with a year 2 Super Bowl. I will take it. Hopefully we can go back-to-back. Honestly, you know, at minimum, I just want to make the playoffs again next year. I'm also going to skip this celebration. I don't want to watch the entire thing. It's exactly the same as it's been the past few years. Derek Carr was really nice today. 309 yards, 4 touchdowns for him. Kareem Hunt, very good. 5 yards per carry, 1 touchdown. Josh Jacobs even had 5 yards per carry. Antonio Brown went off. Tyrell Williams also played very well. Okay, not many sacks for either team. 11 total tackles there from Isaiah Oliver and Deion Jones. Any sacks? Stephen Weatherly, Quincy Wiggins each got some sacks. What about tackles for loss? 0 tackles for loss all game. Okay, these offenses were both pretty good then. Matt Ryan was actually pretty bad. I just noticed he was under 50% completion percentage. Okay, we can go ahead and sign some free agents here. We have $32.20 million. Positions I'm looking at are actually, you know, quarterback. Quarterback's definitely a position I'm looking at, and Jared Goff could be the guy. Derek Carr didn't have the greatest year with us last season. And there, again, are not any good quarterbacks. So I think I'm going to go after Jared Goff. As weird as that seems, I think I'm going to do it. I don't really want anybody else, if I'm being honest here. My wide receivers I'm very content with. I could technically use another tight end. I might go ahead and scout some, though. I don't need any offensive linemen. I'm just going to skip all over that. Calais Campbell is here. Superstar X Factor for him. I could probably use another defensive end. Takk McKinley could be of interest. But honestly, I could even draft one, maybe. I have to trade up in the draft if I really wanted to, though. I still need an outside linebacker because I did not bring back Markel Lee. He's right there. I can actually just bring him back here. I just wanted to save some money. I didn't really want to go for him when he wanted to come back to the team. LaMarcus Joyner's down to an 81. That is horrible. Darqueze Dennard is superstar? I'm going after Darqueze Dennard, man. If he has superstar dev, I'm going to do it. For one more season, I'll give you that contract. I'm also going to go after Jared Goff here. You know what? I said I was going to go after Jared Goff, but I actually can't unless I cut a couple players because his contract is going to be huge. I will give him 85 points if he randomly decides to come to the team. All right, but if not, Derek Carr is going to be our quarterback again, man. Well, he didn't play well last year, but he played well enough, to bring us into the postseason. Hopefully, our offense can be very rush heavy again. That'd be kind of dope, but I can definitely afford to go after some other players now. So let me try to get Markel Lee at least back to the team. Oh wait, I actually can't because I gave Jared Goff a contract. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to get Markel Lee there, 61 points. If he doesn't accept, I can try to get him next week. Let's see who we got. We got Darqueze Dennard. We did not get Jared Goff. It's all good though, I guess. Jared Goff, I mean, he would have helped a lot, but let's see. Who is here? Ooh, wow, this linebacker, man. Nick Bauer? I feel like I have to trade up to get this guy. My God. I have the 11th pick and the 32nd pick. I could definitely afford to trade up. Probably twice, to be honest, because I want a defensive end as well. There are these guys who are massive. There's a bunch of really big guys here. Any of them fast. Even if they're huge, if they had a good 40, maybe I could start them. Marcus Pritchett doesn't look particularly good to me. Sean Booth, again, doesn't look that good. What about linebackers? Maybe. No, I don't really like any of these guys here, man. Alright, this is going to be interesting. I'll figure out who I want. Okay, so I really need to trade up in this draft. I don't even care if the Dolphins are going to take a linebacker or not, but I really need to take this guy. So let's go with the Dolphins here. They don't even need a middle linebacker, but honestly, I don't care. Let's see who we can get. Or let's see if we can trade up, I mean. So let's hopefully have somebody on this team who has value to them. They're not a good team, so I feel like we could have somebody here who they want. Alright, I'm trading away LaMarcus Joyner. He's an 81 overall. I really don't want him on the team anymore, man. He was good for us, but just tragic how badly he regressed. So, let's go with this middle linebacker. Honestly, this guy looks unbelievable. A hit power, A pursuit, A minus tackling. Very strong. Good 40-yard dash time. Let's go, Nick Bauer. Welcome to the team. 78 overall. Hidden development trait. It's going to be star. But ranked second, we took him at number 1. Okay, there could be an 80 overall in this class. This class actually looks quite good. Let's go to number 11. There's a couple tight ends on my draft board who I sort of want. That's one of them. He's a 77. Was that the dude? That wasn't the other guy. Okay, so Jeremiah Hankerson was actually... I wouldn't say he's the better looking of the two. There was a draft story about him, though. So he could end up being better. But that other guy had a 7.1 or 2 combine grade. But I think I'm going to go with Jeremiah Hankerson. Let me just make sure I don't want anybody else. Also, it's difficult for me not to take Clifford Diggs. Because he won the Heisman. I may trade up and try to get him. Sorry for all the trade-ups and stuff, but I think it'll make the video more enjoyable. Jared Mullins, I guess he could be something. I don't think that guy's going to be good. I'm not going to bother with him. Jeremiah Hankerson, welcome to the team. 76 overall, but hidden dev trait, and it's going to be star again. Alright, well, you're not too bad. You can definitely start. Alright, I'm giving the Packers a first-round draft pick next year and a third this year for the 12th pick. Sorry for trading up so much, but... it's just going to make the rebuild more fun, in my opinion. Also, this dude could potentially have Superstar X Factor since he won the Heisman. Clifford Diggs, 71 overall, hidden dev trait, but it's going to be star. Man, alright, that sucks. He definitely was not worth the trade up. Also, I need to note this. I think there's another, high 70s overall right tackle in, the 3rd round. I don't think he's going to be here with this pick. It's supposed to be, I think, late 2nd, actually. If he's here, obviously I'm going to take him, but I very much doubt he's available. And he is not available. I didn't think so. I'll try to find him, though, if I can. And I'll show off what he was all about. But Benjamin Watt, welcome to the team. 67 overall. Took him exactly when he was supposed to go. All right, let's get it. After that pick, I just simulated to the end of the draft. So here we are. Let's see what the computer drafted for me after that left tackle. We got a 59, a 59, a 57, and a 57. We got Taylor Lawrence. I really thought that was going to say Trevor Lawrence. I was going to be so happy. But, you know, we have a 78 overall middle linebacker who should be a glitch, honestly, for us. Jeremiah Hankerson could be a really good tight end. We got Clifford Diggs, who probably won't start, but had to take him because he won the Heisman. Let's check out the rest of this draft, though. This draft actually looked quite good. There's a 79 overall corner. Jalen Walters in the 3rd round. Oh, my God. I didn't even scout this guy because I wasn't really looking for a corner, but that guy looks nasty. Absolutely nasty. And then Emmanuel Warford going in the 1st round. Normal dev on this guy. The best corner in this class was actually in the 3rd round. That's hilarious. There's this good tight end, Brandon Brown, I think his name was. 80 speed, 78 catching. Okay, not bad at all. Now let me try to find this right tackle. I think it's this guy, Andy Atkins. 76 overall, normal dev. Like I said, looked just like the dude we took last year. Alright, so the team here heading into the 3rd season and potentially the final season is an 81 overall, 93 offense, and like 77 defense, something like that. So the defense isn't really that good, but the offense is nice, definitely makes up for it. On the side of the ball, we have a ton of different players over a 90. I think we have 4 over a 90. We have, potential players who could go over a 90 in a few years. Jose White is definitely on pace to do so. This team is looking pretty good on this side of the football for sure. Hankerson also comes in at tight end. I think he can play well for us. And then defensively, definitely drops off, but we have a lot of nice young players on this team. Like the linebacking core, all very young. Jayon Brown also has superstar development now, which is pretty awesome. Our secondary is rather young. It's not the greatest, but honestly, I think we can get the job done here this season. We just have to rely on the offense to move the ball, effectively, and then hopefully the defense won't have to do all that much. There's a look at specialist. I think this team can make it back to the playoffs. Hopefully we do at least that. I'll see you there, though. We actually missed the playoffs this year. That is unfortunate. We just won the Super Bowl, man. What was the record? 6-9-1? All right, well, 13-3 for the Chiefs, 10-6 for the Chargers, 6-10 for the Broncos. That is very unfortunate. Derek Carr seemed pretty good this year. He was excellent this year. 4,463 yards, 37 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. What happened? Kareem Hunt was absolutely ridiculous as well. Even Josh Jacobs got 12 touchdowns. Okay, the offense seemed to play out of their minds. Jose White, 964 yards. Tyrell Williams, 953. Antonio Brown took a step back. Jeremiah Hankerson played pretty well as well, though. 800 yards. Sacks allowed, all pretty low. Okay, the offense was fantastic. I guess defense was really that bad. Tyler Hillhouse led the team in tackles. 17 tackles for loss for Maurice Hurst, 14 for Arden Key, Cleveland Furrow, and Quincy Wiggins. We didn't really have any pressure like this entire time, but Maurice Hurst got 5 sacks. 3 interceptions for Jayon Brown, 2 for Marcus Briggs, 1 for Darquez Dennard, Zack Clayton, Tyler Hillhouse, and Garyon Conley. Defensive touchdowns, we have none. Safeties, 1 Maurice Hurst, 1 blocked kick from Max Crosby, and then forced fumbles, none. The entire season, we did not get a forced fumble, but we were second in offense. We're also about to pass John Gruden on the legacy leaderboard, which is pretty funny, but then we were last on defense. Okay, I guess that's what happened. Well, MVP is Ezekiel Elliott. Derek Carr at number 7, definitely deserving to be up there. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Jared Mullins. Man, that was that quarterback I almost considered but decided not to take. Derek Carr at number 4. Kareem Hunt at number 7. Defensive Player of the Year, Preston Brown ends up winning it. Jayon Brown, though, at number 4. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jared Mullins, of course. Jeremiah Hankerson at number 2. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Emmanuel Warford is that one cornerback, but Nick Bauer at number 2. Not too bad there. Best quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Derek Carr at number 5. Best running back, Le'Veon Bell wins it. Kareem Hunt at number 2. Best wide receiver, Keenan Allen. Nobody from the Raiders. Okay. Best offensive lineman, Mitchell Schwartz, is still a 91. He's actually probably a pretty good player to try to trade for as well. Rodney Hudson, though, at number 7. Not bad. Best defensive lineman, J.J. Watt wins it. Best linebacker, Bradley Chubb. I tried to trade for him. I was going to move him down to defensive end, but I could never get a trade to go through. Jayon Brown, though, at number 5. Best defensive back, William Jackson. Best kicker, Matthew McCrane. And that is it for those awards. Alright, I still think I'm going to end this video here. I thought it was still pretty successful. I mean, we won a Super Bowl. I mean, how much better can it really get, to be honest? We also drafted pretty well, I thought. We drafted some cool players. But let's check out these experience points before I fully conclude the video. We got 4 for Hankerson. It is revealed that he has star div. White has 3. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's so cool that I drafted another superstar X Factor. Honestly, I don't know how I keep doing that. We got 2 for Clayton. We got 3 for Bauer. We got 1 for a couple other guys. Briggs has 2 up there. All right, so admittedly, this isn't like the best team I've ever made. I also didn't make as many trades, I feel like, as I usually do, but honestly, I thought this team was pretty solid. I thought it was in a pretty good position to go to the playoffs. I mean, I did keep Derek Carr the whole time. That wasn't the plan originally. I just couldn't find a good quarterback in any of the drafts. I guess that Mullins guy was pretty good, but I didn't want to risk it, especially for the last season, you know? I almost said especially. That's not how you pronounce it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you Raiders fans out there enjoyed this one and don't hate me too much for trading away maybe your favorite player. I don't know. I honestly I feel like I kept a good number of the team. And I didn't start Josh Jacobs after his rookie season, but, you know, I kept Antonio Brown, kept Tyrell Williams, I kept Derek Carr, you know, Trent Brown, Rodney Hudson, just on offense, and, you know, a couple guys on defense. I tried to build around some of the pieces they already had in place. But if you ended up enjoying this video, feel free to leave a like. It definitely helps me out in the end. My past, I think, 4 rebuilds this year all got over 200 likes, which is phenomenal. Maybe a video can get over 300 likes. I don't think that's ever happened before. That would be pretty awesome. Also, leave some comments. Let me know which teams I should do next. I have a long list of teams that you guys have been suggesting, and I kind of just pick and choose from that list. But one more final time here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really do hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.